Completing the square, part 1. First, what does that mean? And why are we even going to bother learning what completing the square means? Let's just talk about that for a second. So let's go into what we already know. We already know the following. Y equals minus 2x minus x plus 2 square plus 3. Okay, we already know how to graph that. Basically, we start at the origin, we move up 3, this is from last time, and we move in the negative direction by 2. So we have our vertex of the parabola. Now we know that this minus sign means it opens up downwards. So we know it opens up downwards, and this 2 means I have a step pattern, whereas before I'd have 1, 3, 5, 7. Now I have everything's multiplied by 2. 2, 6, 10, 14. And let's go ahead and draw that. 2, 6, 10, and here we got 2, 6, 10, etc. Let's draw that out. Oh, excuse the... All right, that's fairly easy, right? But the only reason we were able to do this quadratic equation was because it was in this form. So we already know how to expand. Let's clean it up a little bit. We already know how to expand, okay? If I told you to expand this, and I said y equals minus 2, and x plus 2, we need to take care of that. That's being squared. And if you remember the formula, it was square of the first plus 2 times x, plus square of the second plus 3. Now let's rewrite that. Let's distribute this minus 2 to everything. Minus 2x squared minus 8x. How did I get 8x? Well, that was 2 times 2 times 2 times minus times x. That's minus 8x. And the next step is minus 8. Minus 8. And then we have that plus 3. We got rid of the brackets. So y equals minus 2x squared minus 8x minus 5. So apparently, when we expand it, we get this value. Apparently, these two are equal. But if we had seen this, by the way, because they're equal, they represent the same graph. But here's the question. Let's pretend I didn't give you this. I only gave you this formula right here. And I said graph this. Would you know how to graph it? The answer is no. At this stage, you don't know. And that's what this lesson's about. This lesson's about completing the square. How do you go from here to here? How do we get from this to this? And that's what this lesson's about. We do that by completing the square. Imagine that, a whole video just on the title.